Hi, everyone. Dr. Cushing, I was asked for my Google credentials when I signed in, and I'm wondering if there's a problem with the link that we need to fix before we get started.
I don't believe Dr. Cushing will be joining momentarily. I don't believe that there's a problem. I just believe that we have the two-step authentication process now fully engaged.
So if somebody wants to join the meeting and they don't have a Google account, can they not join?
To my knowledge, they can. This is just for people with Medford email addresses.
Okay. Did anybody else have a problem joining? I just want to make sure people can get in.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I did
not.
Why does my screen say Chris Stevens has entered the waiting room? View or admit.
Because you're a co-host, that's okay.
Hey, I'm never a co-host.
Don't let the power go to your head.
Sky right now.
Looks like Erica's having a bit of a problem. She just messaged me asking about the passcode to the meeting.
Uh, I'm sorry, Aaron. I didn't catch the beginning of that. Did you say someone who wants to join?
It's
Erica.
Erica.
All right. Let me double check with.
Aaron, if she goes to the agenda and clicks the Zoom link, I did not have a problem going that way.
There is no authentication on for this to get into the Zoom. So it is open to the general public.
Okay, I was asked for my Google credentials on the way in, Dr. Cushing.
That is curious.
I know that's happened before and we've had to restart the meeting, so I just wanted to check if that had to happen here.
No, we are good. I'm not sure why that happened for you, but I just checked the Zoom page and the only thing that is required is the passcode and waiting room, not authentication.
Okay, so we'll just wait for Member Reinfeld.
I also just had my husband, I sent him the link in a text and asked if he could get in. He was able to. And
Okay.
I'm a fly in front of me. I'm not just like losing my mind.
Clapping along with excitement.
And
Okay, I see Erica. Okay,
she is now a co-host as well.
great. Well, why don't we go ahead and get started?
But remember, Graham,
Yes.
can I just say this has to be the first time a public official has been actually biking while in our meetings. This is amazing. Come on, it's got to be the first.
I see
I am
you.
on the side of the road. I am not actually zooming while biking.
Love it.
Okay.
June 3rd.
We're going to make it, folks. We're going to make it to the end of June. Okay, so I'm going to read the meeting notice. Please be advised that on Tuesday, June 3rd at 4:30, there will be a special meeting of the school committee held via remote participation only. The meeting can be viewed live on Medford Public Schools YouTube channel, through Medford Community Media on your local cable channel, which is Comcast 9, 8, or 22, and Verizon channel 43, 45, or 47. Participants can log or call in using the following number. The Zoom link is 959, or the meeting ID, sorry, 959-9771-3078. Questions or comments can be submitted during the meeting by emailing medfordsc@medford.k12.ma.us. Those submitting questions or comments must include the following: your first and last name and your Medford street address and your question or comment. We'll start our agenda with a roll call.
Member Brandley. Oh, Member Brandley froze. And we just lost her. I'll come back to her. Member Graham,
Yes, here.
Member Intapa,
Here.
Member Olapade,
Here.
Member Reinfeld,
Present.
Member Rousseau present, and Mayor Longo Kern is mayor. The mayor's not here tonight, right?
Correct.
And I'll mark Member Brandley back when she gets in.
Okay, so 6 present, 1 absent. May we all rise to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first on our agenda, we have executive session. Upon motion to enter into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A. Executive session of the Medford School Committee pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, to conduct a strategy session on the basis that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining positions of the Medford School Committee. Specifically, the Medford School Committee will be discussing contracts with the Teamsters Local 25 Administrators Unit, Medford Paraprofessionals Association, the MPS budget, analyst, contracts, and approval of appointment for Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction and the Director of the English Learner Department, as well as increases for non-unit personnel. The Medford School Committee will reconvene in public session after the executive session is complete. Is there a motion to enter executive session?
Motion to enter executive session.
By Member Reinfeld, seconded by
Second.
Member Intapa. Member Rousseau, will you call the roll?
Certainly, Member Brandley,
Yes.
Member Graham,
Yes.
Member Intapa,
Yes.
Member Olapade,
Yes.
Member Reinfeld,
Yes.
Member Rousseau, yes, and the mayor's absent.
So motion to enter executive session, six in the affirmative, 1 absent. Motion to enter executive session is approved. And we will be back as soon as we are done. Thank you. Evening, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Without further ado, we'll get on to the main session agenda here. The athletic director update, Dr. Palusi.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm actually, so we have some updates on some search committees that we have been conducting through the district. I will briefly be giving an update around the search committee for the assistant superintendent for academics and instruction, as well as the director of English learners. I'm going to kick it to Dr. Cushing to give us an update on the posting and the search process for a new athletic director for Medford Public Schools.
Thank you, Dr. Galusi. Thank you, members of the school committee. So with, great sadness, Bobby Maloney has announced his retirement after many years as the well-respected athletic director for the Medford Public Schools and throughout the GBL. That leaves us with a tremendous opportunity to find the next leader for this department. And what we did was about 2 weeks ago, we posted. We've already received dozens of applications. So we will keep that open for probably another week or so and continue our recruitment. We have emailed out to the district through the Friday memo and other individual messaging for us to have members of the community, members of the staff participate in the search process. We actually notified them this evening and will be waiting their response to see if they can participate. This week, we will have an informational meeting for the team to really go over the expectations related to review of documents, confidentiality, and what they should bring to the table in looking for the next athletic director. In the survey out to the community, we also looked for what the community is looking for, and we will review that with the community, with the committee this Thursday. So the week of May 19th, sorry, that's back, looking forward. So this week, we'll have the selection of the search committee, which I just talked about. Our announcement, once we're confirmed, and an initial meeting of the search committee is this Thursday at 7 p.m. Then next week, we will do review of applications with a meeting on June 12th at 6 p.m. in person for members of the committee. We will create interview questions and schedule interviews. And then we will give approximately a week and a half to 2 weeks, with the week of June 24th being round one interviews with the committee. And then we hope to make sure that we have round two interviews and notify people of their next round candidacy by June 30th. Mr. Maloney's retirement will happen in early September. So we hope to onboard this new athletic director in early August and bring them on board so that they can understand and learn the ropes with Mr. Maloney still in place and to assist with that transition. And we hope to announce the new athletic director at a point in mid-July on or about July 14th. If any members of the committee have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them to the best of my ability.
Thank you, Dr. Cushing. Are there any questions from the committee? Any questions from members of the public? Okay, seeing none. Thank you. We will move on to item B, which is an update to the facilities non-unit positions.
Thank you very much. So what I would like to just spend some time outlining for you this evening is twofold. So the first part is in doing a little bit of research around some of our neighboring districts and in looking at like the scope of work that is happening, as well as the work that we have coming up. A lot of work to our existing buildings and the work through the MSBA on the high school. I would like to reflect a small change in title right now on our website and in Name, we refer to buildings and grounds as encompassing all of this work. And I would just like to make a small change in referring to the department as the facilities department, both in just a formal manner. I think that changing it more accurately encompasses the work that's happening at the physical level of the buildings, but also the infrastructure that is needed to support like the overall functioning of our schools. That's first and foremost. Also, and it would also align us to our neighboring districts. So I think buildings and grounds is a little bit of an outdated term, and you don't see it reflected. So right now, districts like Arlington, Cambridge, Somerville, Everett, Lynn, and Wakefield refer to this as the facilities department. And some of our other neighboring districts like Malden, Winchester, Revere, and Melrose, actually, it's part of the Department of Public Works. So I think just making that change in title will be reflective of the work that we're doing and aspire to do. In that, previously, this board approved a job description for the facilities director as well as a job description for the assistant facilities director. I am here because I would like to propose a change in what was previously approved and do something a little different with that assistant facilities director position. So Dr. Cushing, as has been well documented at many of these meetings, has done a lot of work to begin a lot of projects, not only on our buildings, but well, the infrastructure and the grounds as well. These projects, there's many projects that are ongoing. Just first and foremost, as an example, is the HVAC one that is ongoing, but's happening this summer. And then there are other capital projects that are about to begin this summer, specifically like around the FOBs and the security systems. So what I think would be very important with Dr. Cushing's resignation and headed as the superintendent for Beverly Public Schools is instead to have a project manager position and someone that would be a key person working under the supervision of the chief operation officer, but really just keeping an eye on all the projects that we have ongoing and ones that we have slated to begin and ones that we haven't really even envisioned yet. This, in my opinion, would be someone that would take on compliance of the timeline and the budget and report it directly to the chief operation officer, also in partnership with myself and the finance office. And I'm happy to talk in more specifics or detail or answer any questions that you may have. I do have in the paperwork that I've given you just a reflection of how this would look in the organizational chart, just so that you could see that this position would be under the COO, and as well as a proposed job description for the position. I think I've spoken a little bit about some of the key responsibilities. We are looking for this job to preferably be someone that that has a bachelor's degree in project management, construction management, engineering, or facilities management with proven experience, someone that has the knowledge and the skills in building systems, in HVAC systems. And we have a range set for this. This would be a full-time position at 260 days, with a pay range anywhere from $80,000 to $110,000. And I'm happy
So,
to.
thank you for that. Are there questions from the committee about either the reorg or the job descriptions that were attached for the project manager, the COO, or the facilities job, the facilities director.
Dr. Galusi, did you say 260 days?
Yes.
Thank you.
Seeing no questions from the committee, are there questions from the public? Seeing no questions, is there a motion to approve the proposal and related job descriptions
So moved.
by member Intapa, seconded by
Second.
member Rousseau? Any other last questions before we call the roll? Member Reinfeld, could you call the roll for us?
Yes. Member Branley,
Yes.
member Graham,
Yes.
member Antapa,
Yes.
member Olopade, member Reinfeld, yes. Member Rousseau,
Yes.
member Lungo or Mayor Lungo Kern, absent. Member Olopade, are you back?
Member Lopate?
Right.
Okay, 5 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, 2 absent. Motion is approved.
Thank you.
Moving right along, we have a recommendation to approve the appointment of an assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction, Dr. Galusi.
Yes, thank you very much. We're very excited about this evening, bringing this to you this evening. So we have previously we informed the community about the search process for this very important position, which is a K-12 position for the district, overseeing curriculum and instruction for the district. So we had a very healthy pool of about 50 applicants, and we had a wonderful search committee. Member Reinfeld was part of that search committee. Joan Bowen and I facilitated this search committee. It was comprised of caregivers, teachers, administrators, and it was a wonderful representation of the district. So we had a lot to vet out. We brought in 9 out of the 50 applicants for an interview. And of that 9, I will say one candidate was unanimous in all phases of this search process. First and foremost with the search committee, and then moving on to phase 2, which brought the candidate up to central administration, where principals and directors were part of the interview process, as well as a performance task. One candidate was unanimous in every interview panel, and there was one candidate in the performance task that really met the rubric criteria quite well. References were impeccable. This candidate is Dr. Kimberly Lawless Talbot. She is the Director of Teaching and Learning for the Salem Public Schools. She is doing the job currently. Previous to that, she was a Director of Teacher and Learning, Teacher Development, under a professional development realm. She is an educator. She was a world language educator. She was a world language director. She is an adjunct professor at Salem State. She comes with a great skill set and a great level of expertise. A lot of her references spoke about her systems level thinking, which was music to my ears, because it would be very beneficial for Medford Public Schools. And we're really excited for this partnership. I think she also has a wonderful way about her, and she would just be a tremendous asset to our team. And so I am here because I would like your approval so that we are able to officially bring Dr. Talbot in as a Mustang. And I would like to welcome Member Reinfeld and Joan Bowen for any key pieces that I may have missed. I also see, at least on the Zoom, I'm sure many people are probably joining via YouTube, but I also see Jessica Parks, who was one of the caregivers on our team as well. If anybody wants to speak about the process or the candidate.
Member Reinfeld?
Yep, I will just say I am incredibly excited about this candidate. Her Dr. Scaluzzi said most of it, but she is incredibly competent, and her values are rock solid and well aligned with Medford's instructional vision, strategic plan, values, community-based approaches. So I am very excited to motion that we approve the offer to Dr. Kimberly Lawless Talbot for the position of Assistant Superintendent for Academics and Instruction.
There's a motion to approve by Member Reinfeld. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Member Branley. Are there
Member-
any other members of the public that would like to speak?
Member Graham,
Yes, Member Rousseau.
just want to make sure that the motion is to appoint.
To
to
appoint, sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, hearing and seeing no other questions. Member Reinfeld, can you call the roll?
Yes. Member Branley,
Yes.
Member Graham,
Yes.
Member Ntapa,
Yes.
Member Olopade, Member Reinfeld, yes. Member Rousseau,
Yes.
Member Mayor Lungo-Kern absent.
So 6 in the affirmative, is that
No,
correct?
Member Olopade was
Okay.
I believe, absent. Aaron, are
5
you
in the
still-
affirmative, 0 in the negative, 2 absent. Motion passes. And her last name is
Talbot.
Talbot. Thank you. Ms. Talbot is hereby
Talbot.
Mustang. Sorry, I promise I'm not dying in my chair here. My allergies are just like viciously attacking me while we're meeting. So sorry to cough in your face. The last thing on our agenda is a recommendation to approve the appointment of the Director of English Learners,
Mhm.
Dr. Galusi.
Okay, so we've been very busy. So when Ms. Bowen and I, in partnership with Member Reinfeld, were leading this search committee for the assistant superintendent, outgoing director of the English Learner Department, Paul Texera, who will be the next superintendent in Provincetown, in partnership with Principal Nancy Sherman Hudson of the Missatuck, led a search committee for his replacement for the director of the EL department. They went through the same similar process, and also Member Alapade was the school committee rep on that committee. They went through the same process, and through their initial search round 1, with the search committee brought up to central, two candidates for us to review, and one candidate definitely throughout the search process kind of rose to the top. She is currently doing a position quite similar for Everett Public Schools. She is very aligned with Medford Public Schools' core values and instructional vision, and she brought with her a great willingness to learn and grow. And she had some great visionary ideas for the program that would be very helpful for us. So her name is Chelsea McNiff, and we are here to do the same thing and ask for approval appointment for Chelsea McNiff to be the next EL director for Medford Public Schools. Joan was with me in round 2 of her interview process, and I don't know if Member Alapati wants to say a few words, but he was an integral part in the first round of the interview process.
Are there any questions or comments from the committee? Okay, hearing and seeing none, is there a motion to approve the appointment of the director of the
Are
English
there
learner?
any questions or comments from the public?
Are there any questions or comments from the public? Seeing none.
So
Is there
motion to approve the appointment of the director of
uh,
ELL.
by member Branley, seconded by
Second,
member Rousseau? Member Reinfeld, will you call the roll?
Member Branley,
Yes.
Member Graham,
Yes.
Member Intapa,
Yes.
Member Olopade, Member Reinfeld, yes. Member Russo,
yes.
Mayor Longo-Kern absent.
So 5 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, 2 absent. Another Mustang joins our ranks. Welcome, Miss McNiff. And I think for those of you that are watching, we do plan to introduce them personally in a meeting later this month. We just urgently needed to make their appointments so that they could provide proper notice to their district and we could move through the contracting process. The last update for everybody before we adjourn, I know this actually turned out to be a rather long meeting, is that I am happy to report that we have voted we have voted in a vote of 6 in the affirmative, 1 absent to ratify the contract with Medford's Administrators Union. So that's Teamsters Local 25. So that's our assistant principals, our directors, our special ed coordinators and others who make up that unit. And we have been hard at work negotiating with them since the beginning of the year. And we are thrilled to announce that they have ratified the contract and now we have as well. So that is the only other update for all of you out of executive session. And with that, is there a motion to approve? Adjourn. Sorry.
Motion to adjourn. I was
Second,
not approving anything else. We're adjourning.
We've done everything we can do tonight. I'm out of water and I'm going to die if I don't get some more. By member Branley, seconded by
Member
Second.
Reinfeld,
Reinfeld. Roll call, please.
Member Branley,
Yes, please.
Member Graham,
Yes.
Member Intapa,
Yes.
Member Olopade, absent, already adjourned. Member Reinfeld, yes. Member Russo
Yes.
and Mayor Longo-Kern absent.
5 in the affirmative. 1 doesn't have a microphone,
Yeah.
but he agrees.
Oh,
Uh,
so should I
yeah.
mark him as yes?
He's
I was
a
gonna
yes.
say he did come back in.
He did, but he can't unmute. So
Oh,
that's okay. He's a registered yes for adjournment and 1 absent. So 6 in the affirmative, 1 absent. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
thank you. Good night.